Trying to give everybody a little time to check in. Hello, Israel, Judah, and Gentiles alike. Today is going to be a quick recap on some of the things that we talked about in some of my videos. Okay, Google, turn the volume down 2%. First of all, I want to say welcome to you all that don't know me. My name is Isreal. You can find me, my YouTube channel, at Freddie, FREDDIEELL 8786. You can get a lot of this information from my channels. But today I want to touch bases on the people on the earth. The churches. We're going to discuss a little bit about the churches. We're also going to touch a bit on church and state, the separation. There was at once, upon a time, supposedly, the separation of state and church. First, I want to go off into compromising. You see a lot of distractions on the earth today during the time and the rise of the true people of the Most High God, being Israel. The blacks, African Americans, Negroes, those of us who dwell here on the fourth part, which you all call America. We went into curses due to our forefathers' betrayal, ignorance, the breaking of the laws, and defiling themselves in the sight of the Most High God. Even though we wasn't back there during that time, we was cursed to pay for their sins through our bloodline. Hence, we have been in the bottom of the earth ever since. Our name Israel was stolen while we was in the curses, given to a wicked people. But I said all of that to say we had to go through these things because of what our forefathers had done. Which brings me to the point of the Gentiles, the Christians, the Catholics, the Protestants, all of these religions for which I have taken on in the earth. When Israel encountered religion, they was enslaved. Their land and their heritage was taken. All of these things have come to a full circle as we are in the times of the Gentiles. You hear me say all of these things from the scripture, from different parts of our book. As our book was dismantled and given to various different nations of people. The book of Enoch, for which is not in the book, wasn't canonized. They found it unworthy to put in the book for the masses to see, or the sea, which are the multitude of people. All of these things I bring to you because this the end of your rule, and the Father saw fit to instill these things upon me to bring to you. And I want to say that for you Catholics, you Protestants, you Christians, you Edomites and Gentiles out there, that none of these things that I speak, that I refer you to, has anything to do with hate, anti-Semitism, none of those things, as we are Shem. But these things are uncomfortable for you to talk about, especially you being introduced to these things now. And if these things are accurate, in which they are, you have been destroying the Most High's chosen seed, the apple of his eye. The blacks, the Negroes, the coloreds, all of these by names, by words that you gave us as names here in the fourth part for what you call America. And I needed to bring these things to your attention before this destruction is full blown. There are so many distractions in the earth trying to prevent these truths from coming out. But just like me, here in the fourth part, we have brothers that the Most High is awakening in Arabia, in the outskirts of Ham's land, which I call Africa, and all over the earth where they was displaced. So Christ's gospel is all over the earth. You have these clergy that misleading the masses. No matter what your religion is, all of the nations have been confederate against Israel. One people in the land. That's the black people here in the fourth part for which you call America. It's kind of foolish to me when you guys took a toll or made a promise to keep the name of Israel out the earth. You said it would be no more, right? But all the while we was doing and serving our curses, and Esau, the Edomites, was getting their blessings, you gave a people our name so that you could funnel the taxpayers' dollars to that region, supposedly. But in actuality, you guys has just been stealing the money. So now that the masses are waking up, you have to come up with another plan. Another deception. So you create a army here in the fourth part, because the Most High is moving the northern army off our lands if they're not already gone. So these are the new policemen, federal police, that Donald Trump and his organization is controlling. But the Most High has plans for these troops of yours, has plans for these people over here in our land. And the land that Donald Trump is acquiring, through his blessing, which is to subdue the earth and enjoy the dew of. And I listen to commentators, spectators, on these platforms, trying to instill fear in the masses. And then more so in Israel. Israel, we are the target for this fear. I don't know if you've heard me say on my videos, or if I even brought it up on the live or whatever, that we've been through the fire. We've been through the terror, the injustices for over 400 years. So when you hear these, I'm going to call them professional people, get on these podcasts, on these platforms, because they've sold their soul to the devil or to the system, for which you hear me say my brother Yahushua, y'all call Jesus, is coming to destroy. And the wicked within it. I had wanted to give you guys some verses pertaining to a few things, but before I get comfortable and get the ranting, I want to give you these verses. I'm going to give you Psalms. This is for the for all of the churches, you denominations. I'm going to have a podcast here shortly. I want to reach most of the people that I can and give them this information, because the Most High have deemed it fit that I do these things. I follow his commands. I'm not like my forefathers. But I want to give you Psalms 78 and 1 through 29, 1 Enoch, chapter 94. Those of you that have this Enoch in your books. 2 King James 17 and 4 through 19. I want you to open up those, go to those scriptures and open up those, check out those verses and read them, people. I'm going to be more effective here in a little bit when I get my office actually needs to be put in order. It's not in order yet, but if I was a minister or a preacher, I probably could do this on a corner, but I'm not. The Most High enlightened me to do this. I've been pushing this truth since 2010. He woke me about the end of 2009, and I've been I've been going full force for him. Make sure I give you all these scriptures I have wrote down. There's so many more, but I need to make sure that y'all gonna be able to understand them, because not all people can read, decipher, and go to the precepts and connect everything. So I'm going to kind of like put all that stuff together for you guys, so you won't have issues with that. And when you encounter me on my lives, I'm doing these lives now at night so I can kind of have them, you know, for my file and whatever. But in actuality, I'm gonna do them more in the early part of the day, so people can, certain people can interact. You know, I'm not here to be bickering with anyone. My job is solely to give you the information, to have you study. Because once you read and study and understand, you'll know all of these things are true. And the false teachings, you will be able to decipher them from the truth. But if you're just listening to these suits or these mouthpieces, and they getting, 10% of your living wages or whatever, buying all of these exclusive jets and touring 3 and 4 mansions, but they're not giving you none of the truth. Because the truth surely will not make you happy as you guys have been so happy to pay these people for your salvation, when they're actually sentencing you to a far worse place than where you're trying to go. So the people, like I said, in Israel over there, the Khazars, the synagogue of Satan, is what Yahushua called them. And that's why it was so important for them to try to hit the world with that anti-Semitic law, anti-Semitism law. So you can't go in and repeat what Yahushua say. In my earlier years, before I had been baptized twice, but even before then, you know, I used to hear things how they was going to not have Bibles, you know, anymore or whatever. So you need to get all this information into your heart and all of this or whatever. Well, all of these things, people, are history. You live them, you know, so you recall your history. Now is the time for you to be verbally teaching your youth, your children, these very things. See, because back in the day, you know, you didn't have to read all the book. The ancients, you know, that they call themselves, which they're not, you know, your grandfathers and great grandfathers used to sit you down and give you all of this information verbally. It was verbally passed down. So when the colonizers got here, first thing they did was they destroyed the ancestors, see? So they can't pass you down your history, see? And then they sent you to schools to re-indoctrinate you, but to false teachings, you know, sort of like dumb you down, like they've done the whole world, you know. Technology is great. You know, it's an excellent tool to use. But when you rely on it for everything, you no longer use your own brain. So you're constantly being dumbed down. But with entertainment, enjoyment, like phone numbers, like I used to, if I had a family member or a friend or whatever, and they gave me their phone number, I could remember their phone numbers. I could remember 10 to 15 phone numbers, because back then they was all landlines and people kept their phone numbers. You know, they wasn't switching back and forth to these mobile device and these mobile networks where they can just switch the number to this one and to this one or whatever. And they normally kept their number. So you remember their number. You know, I can recall probably 3 or 4 numbers. That's it, because everything is programmed in my phone numbers. But I remember the important ones, I assume that's what it is. But anyway, I want to touch bases on a few things and I want to get it started or whatever so we can end this live. I don't want it to be long. I always say that. Oh. Okay, so let's touch bases on, I said compromise. So you get these people all on these platforms saying that, you know, we at war. You know, I had a doctor, she was a female sister, saying that Donald Trump and his organization is destroying means of life, means for their kids to go to school, means for the adults to be able to work, means for you not to be able to support yourselves. Well, if this being the case, people, the Most High says, and I tell people that they, for some reason, think I'm crazy or I'm foolish. The Most High said that the other nations was foolish, but, you know, in actuality, when I'm sitting here telling you the truth and how to prepare, what to do and what not to do, I mean, you have your own mind, absolutely. But don't complain when you don't listen to what I'm telling you and it turns out bad, you know. And you're going to have a lot of these professional women going through this, you know, because they rely on the system. They rely on what they do. And that's fine, you know what I'm saying, in a sense. And when I was raised as well as, you know, God bless a child that has his own, you know. And I've had my own since I left my mother's house. But the thing of it is none of you guys put the Most High first. See? None of you put him on your list first. None of you. So when things start to fall apart, you know, you feel that despair come on. You know, you worried about Donald Trump and you worried about a job. You don't see what's going on in the earth. You don't see the signs and wonders, you know. You have someone like me and several brothers that I know that's sitting here telling you that we're in the end times. You know, I told people months ago that the dollar bill is not going to mean anything here in a minute. But you still have people out there selling their souls for it every day, you know. Now, we're in the term of silver, you know. The dollar had gold to back it. You know, you couldn't print all that money without having the resources or a commodity like gold or diamond or silver. So now the commodity is silver. See, I think it was like $116 an ounce earlier today. I don't know what it is now, you know, but America, their dollar is not going to be, it's not worth 100 pennies anymore, not the dollar, you know, and it's going down bit by bit. So if you look at it, while you working every day and you getting all that money you can get, and the dollar that you take to the grocery store is not going to be able to pay for the food that the people is going to be charging you for. Because the system is being torn down. You hear me say that in order for us to rise, the other nations are going to have to come down. So the Father is going to tear this system down because it's a wicked system. And that's what's going on because we're in the end times. So when you're crying and complaining on these platforms instilling fear in people, talking about we at war. We're not at war. If you listen to my earlier videos and you listen to these people that has this spiritual awakening, you will know you're supposed to be sitting back, just working and being quiet. See? We've been in a war. The Most High is fighting this battle. The government is turning on the other nations. Everybody that I've seen so far have been Europeans that's being deleted, being beat, being arrested, being deported. And all of the other nations want to say, yeah, we want you to deport the blacks. This is our fucking land. This is our land, people. This is the fourth part. This is part of our land. So we're not getting deported. See, one thing you heard me say about Donald Trump, and I was going to bring it up anyway. Donald Trump only have one blessing, and that's to subdue the earth and enjoy the dew of. And that means he can take whatever he wants to take. That's within his blessing. But see, when you also heard me say that as long as Donald Trump is ruling, the Edomites is going to be okay until he loses his blessing. Now, when Donald Trump turns and try to come toward the Most High's chosen seed is us, that's when his destruction is going to end, the end of the Edomites. But right now, Donald Trump is taking whatever he wants. He's doing whatever he wants. And you heard me say, all of those things are within his blessing. See? Just like we went into slavery, you heard me say it. The other nations, they're going into slavery. It's starting to happen already, people. You don't see the signs? So when I heard women talk like that, and I heard the guy, he had a kind of strange name to be a Black Panther anyway. But he was talking about he was the Black Panther Party and this and that and that and that. Dude, Black Panthers, they don't move like that. Real power move in silence. You know what I'm saying? But you're jeopardizing our peace, you know? Now, if you are out there marching on with these people out there jeopardizing your life or whatever, you ain't on the same accord as Israel, because the Israelites are sitting back. We allowing the Most High to take care of his business just like he promised. And since 2019, when our 400 years was up, he's been doing just that. I see his destruction everywhere. A lot of y'all may be confused because the nations gives them dainty names. Hurricane Katrina, all of these landslides, the pretty names they give the destructions and the tsunamis up in Florida and over there in China, all of these things. The Most High is destroying. Angels are destroying everything. But the people, blacks, the Black Americans, the Negroes, they're out there on these platforms talking about Donald Trump. Nobody's talking about the Most High God and how he's working. Nobody is talking about the Israelites have awakened. See, prophecy is being fulfilled. When the Israelites awaken, the Most High is going to start to clear off our land. Because in the end, people, we will be as vast as the sand in the sea. See? And that means that we're going to need our land back. We're going to need all our land. That's why Donald Trump is getting rid of these people off the land. Taking the Panama Canal. Talking about Greenland. all of this land, all of this stuff over here, where you see all of these Europeans and y'all crying about what's happening to them, nobody cried about when they was killing our forefathers. When you walking and driving down these streets and you walking in buildings, underneath this earth is bodies, mass graves of our forefathers that was here. Wasn't no Indians here, just Israel, the Hebrews. Yeah. So Donald Trump doing what Donald Trump's supposed to be doing. All these people that look like us, again, people, just because they have the color skin that we have, they're not Israel. You know, we had people in the earth that was our enemies that we was fighting to the death before Donald Trump and the Europeans came on the earth. Those people didn't go into slavery. Y'all, for some reason, y'all can't wrap y'all mind around this one thing. We are the Israelites. We destroyed many, many, many nations because the Most High God had us destroying them when we was in righteousness before our forefathers screwed up. And all of these people that we was destroying have descendants. These are the people that's surrounding us right now. They are the descendants of those very people that we destroyed. The only catch is none of them went into slavery. So they have gotten high above us. That's what the Most High said. He said our enemies will get high above thee. Your enemies will get high above thee. And they have gotten high above us because they never went into slavery. They traded. This is our land. They took the resources from here. On the news the other day, didn't even know. It's just how the Most High showed me things. So the Mississippi River is drying up, right? They got all these professionals with bachelor's degrees, PhDs, and all that. They in charge of the water since they've been here because they've been transporting goods down the Mississippi River through the strait all the way and all over the earth, right? That's our resource. So since the Mississippi River dried up and they don't know where this water going, it ain't dried all the way up, but it's so low, like over there, down here on China Rock Road or whatever, the river view, where the Mississippi River, you go over there and fish. The guys was out there walking almost in the middle. But these professional people don't know where the water's going, right? Come to find out, all of these barges that they're running up and down Mississippi, the river, has been transporting, the lowest was $5 billion worth of grain. You heard me right. I didn't say million. I said $1 billion worth of grain. Because they out there right now. Because that's why I sit off the river. But they not moving like normal. See? Because the river, the water done got low. The Most High stopping all they movement of taking our resources from here and shipping it all over the earth. Because this is the land of milk and honey. So you look at the grain that they take, the corn, the cotton. You know, I don't know if they have the sugar over here, but I know they have the animals. All of this stuff they roll right down the river. They take from this land, and they've been taken from this land. That's why we have a problem with getting rid of these people that don't belong here. Because they come over here, the government will give them our resources, but they won't give them to the people they belong to. So, like I said, all our enemies are surrounding us. So we don't need to be fighting or trying to. Donald Trump, blessing, he has subdued the earth every nation, everywhere on the earth, people. His blessing is up. See? Why do you think that they got these little soldiers over here and the military then gave these local police officers all of this military gear and stuff? They don't really need it. They took over the earth. Now, what they going to do with the battle tanks, the battleships, the tanks, the jets, and all this other stuff, it's not nothing over here for them to destroy like that. You know what I'm saying? They already here. They live here. So they done took the technology and started spying on. We the only people haven't been conquered. The U.S. of A., the United States, they done infiltrated every other state in the world because that was his blessing. To take over the earth by force and enjoy your spoils. Now but they don't have nothing to do. So now they've turned on their own. But as long as they don't bother us, why are you start marching? So they done turned on the Europeans, which in scripture it says that he who leadeth into slavery will go into slavery. So these very people, they going into slavery, people. It's written. Everything has come to pass. Everything. Check the history books. Check their scholars. They scholars will tell you everything in the Bible has come true. Everything. 99.99%. Only part that ain't came to truth, Yahweh shall get here yet. That's the only part that hasn't come true. So now they fear. Look at the Vatican. The Vatican denounced the repetitive slavery. They denounced that they are the vicar of Christ. They say no. We're not the vicar of Christ in the earth. No, you're not. You never was. Mary, she's not Christ. You can't be saved through Mary. Why now, people? Why all of these things coming out now? Because it's the end time. It's the end of their rule. The earth is not going anywhere. They got to go into slavery for 1,000 years. Most of them. Not all of them. Some going to be destroyed. Some going to be sold to Judah. That's what the Most High said. He's going to sell them to Judah. And he's going to sell them to a people far, far away. The Sabians. I looked up the Sabians a little while back ago. And they're affiliated with Cleopatra. Yeah. And they merchants. So all of these things going to happen. I'm looking at them happen right now. Everything I've been saying is according to scripture. Everything. But the Most High had me come on because there's a lot of people who've been deceived by the churches, these denominations, and you heard me say that the Bible is not a religious book. The Book of Mormon, it's not a religious book. Enoch, Jasher, the Apocrypha, none of these books are religious books. It tell you how the Israelites fell. What caused them to fall? And how they going to rise in the end. All of these things, people. And I gave you Gentiles, you Catholics, you Protestants, I gave y'all some scriptures. I'm going to give y'all more scriptures. Actually, I have a whole lot for y'all because for some reason the church have told you guys that the law was done away with when you guys never had the law. None of you. Y'all follow no laws. Y'all make your own laws. And that's okay because y'all never had the laws that was given to Israel by the Most High God. So you told the people of God that their laws was done away with. The churches did this. And you said that Israel is no more. The church has taken our place. did you take our place when you gave a people in Africa our name? Come on, people. Make it make sense. Man is man. The Most High God is God. You heard me say in my last live, or was it my video, that, you have men out here saying that they gods. Yeah, I'm God. I'm a God. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not a God. You're a man. See? Satan told Eve the same thing. You'll be as gods. And what happened? They took that godly thing away from man. Because soon as they ate off that fruit, ate off that tree, death came into the earth. Men wasn't dying before the Garden of Eden. Or they only started dying after they ate off that tree, that forbidden tree. Some people say screwing and whatever, but that's not true, because the Most High put them here to populate the earth. You know what I'm saying? But Satan sold them that illusion. As soon as they ate, death came into the earth. See? And men has been dying ever since. You look at the age span. Back then, they used to live hundreds of years. Hundreds of years, men. Then it dwindled on down, to now. Now you got men out here, they come, they either sell their soul or whatever, or they're blessed to be in a better position than the majority of the people. And then they start talking about their gods. Dude, you selling people false hopes and false dreams. You're not God. You want to be God-like. You want to do the right thing to get closer to the Father. But by no means are you gods, That's that part. I wanted to cover a few things. Not a whole lot. Like I said, I don't want this live to be that long. Carolina. Okay. So Carolina over there, South Carolina, North Carolina, I call them, they all the same to me. So in 1619 in Georgetown, that's when the first slave got here. Now, what happened over there in Carolina not long ago? Didn't they just have a flood where the Most High wiped them out over there pretty much and had all of these bodies laying everywhere? So many bodies that FEMA couldn't locate them. The animals of the earth, the beasts of the earth, the birds, the raccoons, the birds, the fowl of the earth or whatever, they feast on those bodies over there. Now, that was the first slave that got to America in 1526 in Georgetown. And then the other one next one was in 1619, Virginia. These was Judah. This was our people. And some of us was over here already, the 10 tribes, and was being shipped around to these other little islands far from their borders. See, the Most High brings that up in the book as well. All of these things is in the Bible, people. So the churches are deceiving you. Israel is not done away with. The Most High say, if you go outside every day in the morning and you see the sun in the heavens, you know that Israel is not done away with. When you go to bed at night and you look out, and you see the moon out there, Israel is not done away with. So that's man misleading you. You go to these buildings, you call churches, and they take your money. They're not going to tell you the truth, that the people that you should be giving your money to is the people that's in the fourth part that was here when Columbus got here, that are the African Americans, the blacks, these niggers, that we know how we change our names. You know how we change their names every now and then? That's because they the people of the land. They don't know who they are. They didn't, but they do now. Because we have awakened. And we're giving you and bringing this truth to you. So when you look at my videos, I'll give you the scriptures, you know what I'm saying, tell you where to go. You don't have to pay your tithes. You don't have to pay for a jet or 4 or 5 mansions and be misled when you can get the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because when you bless Israel, you are blessed. See? When you curse Israel, you are cursed. And all of these things is transpiring right before you. But you are being distracted by the wars, rumors of wars, by what's happening around the cities. And see, black people, people of color, Israelites, so you look at local news. Local news only depict black people as savages, right? You don't have souls. You kill one another. Rape and murder one another. That's what they tell the immigrants when they first get here. Stay away from the blacks. They do this. They do that. They do this. All the while, these are the things that you guys do. See? So, like I said, all the scriptures, I'll be giving you guys scriptures. Y'all can, my stuff will be monetized here shortly, people. It's being worked on already. And I don't ask for tithes or donations or a payment. The Most High told me, just give me a blessing. You know what I'm saying? That's all you have to do. Just bless me from time to time. I'm going to constantly give you the truth. Something that you can read and study and hopefully save your soul. But you keep going up in these churches and they keep misleading you just to get your money. They got you coming there just so they can get your money. And Netanyahu, in the third part, for you people that's waiting for the third temple to be built, he's building y'all a temple over there. See, the third temple, as I told you, I gave you scriptures for that. I probably have to give them to you again. But most of you guys, if y'all want, y'all can go to my YouTube channel and y'all can get these scriptures and verses. But I'll just bring it out right now. The third temple is within you people. And I'll have you the scriptures, maybe. If you don't want to go to my video, I don't see why I should keep having to do these things over. And I'm not going to continue to do them over. But Yahushua, y'all call Jesus, he offered us up to his Father as lively stones. So the temple is us. See, we are the third temple. See, this generation here, right, where we live in right now, will not pass before our Savior Garrett. This is it, people. You better look around. I mean, no man knows the day or hour, but don't be foolish of the signs and wonders, okay? The astronomy, is intact. Everything is lined up. All the signs on the earth. All of the events that's taking place in the earth. Wars, rumors, and wars. All of these things, people, is already written. Now, man can try to act them out all they want. You know what I'm saying? But when that destruction hits, like it has been hidden, you're going to wake up in a minute. And hopefully it's not too late. I think I covered everything I wanted to cover in this live. Yeah, I gave y'all those scriptures. Y'all that. Just want to look at a few things, make sure I gave y'all everything, because I be having so much stuff I can't write it all down. Be like my videos, an hour or something. Okay, so I did discuss the ish people over there that's calling themselves us or whatever, but I guess I can bring this out, but it doesn't really matter. I did a video. The Most High told me I just told you guys that he was going to destroy these people. He was about to, no, it says, my video said he told me that he was about to destroy these people in the earth. So if you look at my video, it was months ago. And that has come to pass. The world is starting to kick them out of different states, different cities. But you have the fake people over in Israel, the women, the ambassador, they tell them to come back to Israel. The people are Yiddish. They speak Yiddish. The people are the Khazars. They are not Israel. They tried to go back to Russia, but Putin wouldn't let them come back over there because he knows that they are going to be destroyed by the Most High God. So they don't want to go back on that third part of land over there. So they all over the earth, but people in the states are kicking them out because of the war on Gaza, right? But those people was just put there to extort money from the taxpayers in America, in this part, in the fourth part, right here, just in America. See, all of your tax dollars that you've been given in supporting the wicked, you know what I'm saying, the synagogue of Satan, the fake people, it's not been supporting them. They still poor, those people are. That money has been given the government, America, and Israel is one. They just separated to use the people mind and religion that if you bless Israel, you will be blessed. So y'all been blessing them. The Most High been turning up the coast. Y'all done died. Y'all past 70%. Ain't no recovering from that. Y'all ain't having no kids. He destroying y'all with drugs. Destroying y'all kids, your grown kids with drugs. The older people see it, you know, and they worry and they spend their money trying to help them, but it ain't no help for them. Some of them just pass away from the ODs, just like y'all did us with crack cocaine. It's a documentary. The CIA put it in our neighborhoods, tried to destroy Israel. The Most High turned it right back around. But see, when it was in our community, we was criminals and y'all was sending us to penitentiaries, and not me, but breaking up our homes and our families, see? But when it happened to you guys, it was an epidemic, medical crisis. So all y'all people went to facilities and treatment programs to get help, except for those one that met that fatal demise right away. And they still died, mass numbers the same way. So y'all done brought it over here too. You know, fentanyl and all of these other types of drugs, putting it on the weed. And come on, huh? But anyway, this is the time of the Gentiles. Christ's gospel is all over the earth. Prophecy is being fulfilled. Israel, the people that's been at the bottom, the people that's at the bottom, not the ones y'all say Israel over there, shooting millions and millions of dollars worth of missiles into Gaza, killing all of them people, if there's even a war over there, people. You know, because Elon Musk said it best. He said, this whole world is a stage. And that's true. Because if you look at it, you know, why people telling you that they went to the moon and they went on the moon and they encountered it. Yeah, how do y'all get out the firmament? This earth is stationary. And there's a dome over the top of it. And underneath that dome is water that's up in the heavens. You know what I'm saying? That's the heavens. That's not the sky up there. That's the heavens. Then what they call space is the next heaven. Because it's 7 heavens, right? when you get to the top where the Most High is at. So y'all ain't get through that dome. Do you know the fallen angels been trying to get off this earth since they've been down here, drilling under the earth, trying to send missiles and rockets to get through the firmament? They haven't gotten off her. God said that I'm going to use that name. God said that the fallen angels, the angels are smarter than men. That's why men got this technology they have today. See, the watchers was put here, was placed to watch men to make sure that man technology and they didn't excel too fast in the earth. But they sort of daughters of men and lusted after them. So they came down and slept with them, had babies. They say took wives of all they chose, but took them and had kids by them. Satan and his angels been trying to get off her for a long time. They know that the Most High coming down here, Yahushua coming first to destroy them. See? And when he do that, then we'll have that 1,000 years with him. And then Satan will be chained up while we kicking it with Yahushua, Jesus, y'all call him. And then they gonna release Satan after that 1,000 years. And he gonna get with you other nations. Y'all gonna come against it. Then the Most High coming down and destroy it all. Then we'll be spiritual beings. That's how it go, people. It's working up just like that. I mean, everything I've seen, everything I've read from a child 60-something years ago to now, everything. You hear me say that, I'm a street person. I said, I don't know why the Most High chose me, but he did, And this is the stuff he's telling me to give you guys, and I don't have a problem with giving it to you. See? So, you can believe what you want. I'm going to give you these scriptures, Like I said, bless Israel. Israel will pray for you. That's how we bless you, Gentiles, so you know. I'm going to bring this to you now so you'll know. Israel, prayers count. The Most High don't hear y'all prayers. When the destruction hit, it's already started. When it hit full blast, your prayers don't mean anything. He said you guys are as spittle to him. Read it. It's in the Bible. Only way you can be grafted in is you cling to Israel. And a lot of people thought, yeah, all you got to do is believe. You can believe in Christ. Christ came down here and he shed his blood for this. And Christ came down here to renew the covenant as the Most High God had given us a divorced Israel. He said, I was sent to the sheep of the lost house. I keep leaving that part out. That's the most important part. I was only sent to the sheep of the lost house of Israel. And he was talking to a Gentile woman. But he said, you know what? I'll help you while I'm on my way. And he helped her and moved on. He said, I don't pray. Yahushua, Jesus, that y'all call Jesus. He said, I don't pray for the whole world. I only pray for the people my Father gave me. See? People. Your churches have been deceiving you. But don't worry about it. Because the Pope, me myself, I feel that he's in danger. Now his policemen that secure him names are the Jesuits. Those are the ones that go all over the earth and infiltrate governments, infiltrate businesses, and take them over. See? But the Jesuits are the ones that protect the Pope or Rome. Okay? I think he's in danger, but he's bringing it out like, hey, if Madonna, the Madonna that the popes pray to is a woman of color, then her son is a man of color. But all of that's coming out. They've already stated that they're going to have to correct the clergy here in the fourth part that they call America, United States, or whatever, and all over the world, right? That the people right here, these Americans, these blacks, these are the people of God that y'all be killing. God is going to be upset. And he's kept a record. See? But anyway, people, I mean, I can go on and on with this or whatever, but I'm not. I'm going to end this live. This is for a recording. I'm going to send it to another channel as well. Like I said, here in a little bit, all my content will be monetized. I have not, I've brought out a lot of content. I've brought out a lot of scripture, verses. I've given you a lot of me. And I've spent a lot, you know what I'm saying? I don't mind if I have it. I don't want to, you know, go out the way. And I need stuff I want to fix this little thing right here as well. But at any rate, you bless me. I'll pray. Israel will pray, and we will bless you guys. Those of you that can be saved, I suggest try to be saved. You know, I'm not a religious type person, but I don't have a problem with bringing you the truth, and it don't have to cost you nothing, you know, and it don't have to cost me nothing. Okay. But anyway, I'll say to Israel, Israel, pray, repent, ask the Most High for guidance and understanding. Yeah, it's all over the earth, people. Everybody is talking about the Israelites, the blacks. The blacks are the true people of God. They the true Israelites. But America, these saints and all of these people that really, really, really didn't know, those are the people whose souls gonna be bothering them. But anyway, Israel, like I was saying, pray, ask the Most High for guidance, understanding, and everything pertaining to my videos. I say it again, people. There is no hate. I do not preach hate nor anti-Semitism, because I am Shem. We are the people of the book. We are Israel. And I want to say, ask the Most High for guidance, understanding. Do not be out there trying to march. Let the Most High, see, you thinking that it's a war about to come. The Most High, I've already started this war. It's been going on. All of these numbers and statistics that I have given you is proof of that war. We don't have to fight. He gave our brother Esau that blessing. And that's Donald Trump. He is a descendant of Esau. He's an Edomite. And he's been in power. That's why I was so happy when he won the election. Because if Kamala Harris would have won, I knew that we wasn't in the end times. But we are. With that being said, until next time. Excuse me. I got to get this last little part. People, do not worry and do not be worried by Donald Trump. This Most High had me to make sure I bring this point, and I almost forgot. Donald Trump has a blessing by our Father, and the Most High God gave him the power to go with it. There's nothing going to happen to Donald Trump until the Most High take that blessing away. You heard me say in all my videos that all of these nations that surround us, they got weapons too. But they won't mess with Donald Trump because they know that Donald Trump has that blessing for real. So the Most High gonna handle Donald Trump. Man can't contend with Donald Trump while he is in that blessing that he have. That's how you know we is about to get ours as soon as his time is up. So sit back and enjoy the Most High. Let the Most High continue to destroy your enemies all around you, because you have enemies that you don't even know. You just think the white man your enemy. The Europeans, no, you have people that's our color that we was battling before Esau ever was born on the earth. So, until next time, Israel, shalom.